Hello and welcome to Breakthrough Blueprint. And today I want to talk to you about this statement. People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Now, I was talking to a good friend of mine this morning. You know, we were having our conversation and he said the words, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. I was like, that's a good one. That's an interesting one, do you know? And I've been mulling it over for the last 3-4 hours. And I was like, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Should people in glass houses, should they not throw stones? And I disagree with that statement completely. You know, so and the reason I disagree with it is purely from the point of growth and evolution. I think if you want to grow, you're going to have to throw some stones, and you're going to expect other people to throw stones at you. Otherwise, you're not going to grow. So we need that stimulus. We need that that little pain. We need that adversary. And I think friends. I think what a good friend is somebody who pushes you, who pushes your buttons. Somebody who doesn't just agree with you. I think a friend is somebody who gives you an external perspective on yourself and isn't afraid to lay it on the line. Do you know? And you, as you know, as friends, you need, you know, you should be able to take it. Do you know? So I think a good friend helps you grow by letting you see what, you know, from the outside, from an external perspective, because it's really hard. It's extremely hard, I know, right? To be able to see yourself objectively from the outside. It's super hard. You know, our blind spots, like in being able to see ourselves, are huge, like massive. And I know this, and I have to keep reminding myself that, you know, I can't see my own blind spots. You know, like I can't see it myself. And I have to rely on other people for that perspective, you know? So I want to dissect this this statement. People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, which I think is a really bad statement. I think it's wrong. And it's wrong purely because I purely believe in growth. I purely believe in evolution. I need to be growing. I think my purpose on this planet, the purpose of my existence is to grow and evolve as fast as I possibly can. And I need to be growing every day. And for me, going through pain and suffering every day, discomfort, it's fine. I'll go through it as long as I can see that at the other end of that is growth. As David Goggins says, on the other side of your pain and suffering, it's greatness. Do you know? So, and I'm chasing greatness, basically. That's what I'm doing. I'm chasing my greatness, whatever that is. And for me, growth, which is why I do meditations every day, which is why I get up at 5 a.m. to go for a run up the hill. And I've only just started running, but since I moved to Alexandra Palace, and only because of that hill. It was like that hill was put there so that I would run up it, do you know? So, and I need to maximize that. So that the hill, even though it's super hard, super hard, and my brain, you know, when I wake up and my brain wakes up at 5, and I, you know, gotta get out there to, you know, my brain is constantly going, well, you ran yesterday. You don't need to do it today. We can miss a day. You know, you're supposed to take one day for rest. You know, you're supposed to do one day on and one day off. And, you know, we don't need to do 3 runs. This is what my brain was doing this morning. We could do just 2. We don't need to do 3 because we did 3 yesterday. And I'm listening to my brain doing all this, you know, and all this chatter. Yeah. And I got to the hill and I was like, okay, we're going to do 5, right? And even as I was doing it, I got to the 3rd one. I was like, my brain was still going, oh, well, you know, we've done 3. We've done our bit. We don't need to do the next 2. And I was like, no, we do. We need to do the next 2. And so I did the next 2. You know, so, and then that shut my brain up. It's like, okay, he's not listening to me. And the worst thing you can do, this is from a man's perspective, and especially my perspective, the worst thing you can do is try to befriend your brain, because it will lead you down to misery and pain and suffering. What you want to do is there's that saying, the brain is an excellent servant and a terrible master. And so with the relationship between you and your brain, or me and my brain, it can never be 50-50. Either I'm in control or it's in control. And if I'm in control, that's heaven. If it's in control, that's called hell. Yeah? And I know, if I relax, if I allow my mind to wander, it will take me I'll get annoyed. I'll have an argument with somebody, probably even non-existent, I don't know, Gandhi or whatever. I don't know, right? And I'll get annoyed, I'll get annoyed with that person in my imaginary conversation, whatever it is, and I know it goes on with other people as well. So I don't allow my brain. And every time I do, and the longer I hold my brain together, and then it runs off, it'll run off even harder. So I just bring it back. You just need to keep bringing it back. That's So that's the meditation. Meditation is learning to master and control your own brain. And that's the reason I don't agree with that statement, is that it's anti-growth. It's anti. Why would you try to protect you? What are you trying to protect? Why would you try to stop yourself from growing? If you need to just throw some stones, throw them. And then some stones will come back. Fair enough. Break the glass. Great. You needed it. You needed that. You needed some of those stones thrown. You needed that glass broken, so that overnight the glass will rebuild, or over whatever number of period of days, the glass will be even stronger. It'll be stronger and more, and the less. I think people who have glass houses, as they're called, are people who don't throw stones and who don't push themselves. And if you pushed yourself every day, you grew, your house wouldn't be made out of glass. Your house would be made out of stainless steel. And so if you take anybody who's growing and growing and growing, their houses aren't made out of glass. You can throw all the nukes at them. Nothing happens to them because they're not made out of glass. So that is my response to people who people shouldn't throw stones if they live in glass houses. You shouldn't be living in a glass house. If you are, you need to start throwing some stones, so you get stones thrown back at you, so that your glass house breaks. Yeah, so you can build a stronger one, a better one. That's my whole take on that. Thank you very much. And if you got any comments on that blabbering that I just done, if you get any comments, just push them below. I will respond to them. And thank you, and we'll do another one later.